Yo, 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 welcome to another episode. That's dope. My name is Godswill. We got Josh, and we have a very special guest. We have Violet Myers. Honestly, like one of the best porn stars in the world. I can say that. Like our highest rated. Like I saw that you made like a top five list. Seriously, like top five list. And I mean, I just thought that was awesome. I'm like, hey, I know a top five porn star,
I
but
worked very hard for that.
you know, and I need to, I believe you with that, so clap for
Thank
that. But
you.
I'm more than anything, like I really like talking with you. Like I been able to hang out with you a few times outside this, even got to meet your mom, and like I've always just been like so blown away by like how nice you and like everyone around you is.
Yeah.
Even got to meet your cats. And I was like, you know what? Please come on podcast. Let's talk nerd shit. Let's talk about cats. Let's just shoot the shit. So thank you for joining the podcast. Love to have you on.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. I feel like this is a great outlet to talk nerdy stuff because I do a lot of podcasts and it's whether it's work, personal, it's a good combination. But I'm like I think my hardcore fans know I'm such a nerd on the inside and outside that they sometimes forget my career choice that they're like, "Oh wait, I forgot she does that."
Hey, I mean, I feel like that's a good mixture overall. Career choice and also like the nerd world too, right? Like I feel that mixes super well, honestly, already. But
Yeah.
it- yeah, even you got your wall going on too right now. Like, actually, I did want to ask about your wall. Like, like, is that like a particular series that's on your wall, or like, is that like just like everything?
No, my friend actually helped build this entire pink wall because my whole room is like my favorite, my desk, everything in this room is pink. It's my favorite color. It's like me on the inside, me on the outside is, of course, like my favorite other color, black. But I just wanted something where I can like take photos and just kind of bring the room to life. Like if you guys go check my YouTube channel out, I have entire waifu room. So this is the waifu room. So this is basically where I do my YouTube, Twitch, podcast, everything because it's my aesthetic. But it's like just basically like on Amazon, you can just type in like pink aesthetic photo cards, and these are it.
I fuck with that. I fuck with the fact that you said this is my aesthetic. Like you're aware enough to know that. Like this is kind of just what
Yeah.
I do.
hmm
That's cool. Nah,
Yeah, for
man.
real.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead,
I
Josh.
know.
You were
I
gonna
didn't
say
even think
something.
about an aesthetic for a room. I just put up all the posters I've ever collected
Yeah.
and just made it happen. Like that poster right there,
It's a
1997 Pokemon first movie. And I mean, I got opinions on that, but at the same time, the poster baller. But then I just try and make things work around it. Everything I get from anime conventions and
yes.
whatnot. And then, yeah, Josh, you've been talking
Yeah.
about trying to put stuff up in your room for a minute, but
Nah, I've been doing my living room mostly, like
oh,
downstairs. I've been
okay.
doing a lot of that,
Mm.
trying to set it up, make lighting right. I got the fucking bulbs, like the color bulbs, so the hue
Yeah.
changers. The
Uh,
Google, yeah, I got that shit. I'm loving it. So now, like when I have people over to watch like The Last of Us, or when we were watching that, you just like I can change the lights, make it feel all whatever. It feels good. It
it
feels
Yeah,
makes it
put
good.
that aesthetic
My
beautiful.
room
on.
is kind of just what it is. I don't know. I'm in here for like a couple reasons. So yeah.
Put that aesthetic on. So, Violet, what are you watching now?
Right now, at the
Yeah,
moment,
anything.
I'm watching a combination of like real TV and anime.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
You lay it
watching
all out.
my real TV is Entourage. That's what I'm getting into right now, just because I'm in the entertainment industry. So it gives me an outlook of what it is on the inside. And then I'm also watching. What were we gonna say?
I was like, wait, Entourage, like the 2000s Entourage?
Yeah,
About to ask that too, actually.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
I'm on season
wild.
4. It's really good.
I
Yo,
heard it
I
was
didn't
really
know.
good, but I never. I also I didn't know if it would still be like relevant to like today's type of stuff.
Oh,
Right.
definitely. Because Chris was the one who was like, "You need to watch this. You need to watch this, especially because you have a manager and an agent. Like this will show you like how they get you work." And I was like, "Kind of want to." I kind of. He's like, "I'm like, fine. He's been talking about this for years. I'll check it out." And I was
Okay.
like, This is very like my life almost." I the main character. I'm like, okay, this is understanding of the industry. And then as far as anime, I'm watching Demon Slayer right now.
Hey, hey.
Um, there's
Do we hear? Do we? Have you cosplayed Kanroji before? By the way.
I did cosplay her like I think it was 2 years ago. Or yeah, like a
Okay.
year ago or 2 years ago. Yeah, I love I need to get back into cosplaying, but if you cosplay, you know how much work it is to put in the costume and the wigs, and it's a lot of effort. Even the props too. I can only do it for conventions now, but I need to get back into it because I know my fans love when I do cosplays.
Yeah, yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm about to start part 5. I'm very excited.
Hey,
Yes,
hey.
the best part.
Good
Literally,
Everyone's
question, Violet.
before you came in, we were just talking about the different parts. What's your favorite part so far?
I love part 3.
Okay, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I love Stardust Crusaders. I don't know,
Stardust
it's just
Crusaders.
because the one of my favorite characters is in it. The dude with the silver hair.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
Eric.
gosh.
Yes, he's one of my favorite characters. And then I really want to just like kind of enjoy part 5. So like the
Mhm.
thing with anime is I don't like to binge it. Like old me would love to binge shows because I
Don't
would
got
want to
time
be
anymore.
not anymore, because not be well, I don't have as much time anymore to just binge, but also I really want to remember the characters' names, remember the fights. So I
Yeah,
really
chew it
want to
up.
be synced into it and get into that universe when I watch the anime. And I
There we
think when
go.
you watch anime and subbed, it's so much more intense and you feel like you're in that culture. So that's why I really like don't watch as much as I used to because I
Oh
prefer it
yeah.
subbed over dubbed.
You don't do any dubs?
Well, I
Then again,
watched
to be yeah,
dubbed
do you
when I
do watch any dubs?
but One Piece subbed.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait, how
And
far
I
are you in
feel
One Piece?
My everyone's gonna laugh. Like I'm in like episode 40 or something.
No, no, no. Hey, that's good. What do you think so far? Okay, because
I love it. It's so good.
One Piece is my thing, right?
Yes, I do know that. One of
Good,
your
good, good.
favorites.
Okay, I'm just like, cause I'm about to start geeking out. What I've been telling people is watch up to episode 50 and then tell me what you think.
Okay.
So
I
you're
love it
almost
so
there. All right, cool, good. Okay, if you like it so far, then I say keep going. If you don't like it, then it's okay to stop. At least you gave it a chance, I think.
I was
Or you better
gonna
say,
say I've gone through Naruto filler twice already. I think I can handle One Piece.
wow, that's hard.
Naruto was that shit. I loved it.
So why'd
Yeah,
you do that?
But nah,
it's kind of hard.
no. To that point, you were talking about subtitles to dub, and I like.
Yeah,
I hate to say that one's ever superior.
yeah,
I don't really like that argument. That shit's always like kind of corny,
I
but
know it's so
yeah,
fake.
right. But it would. It is like I think it's a true. I think it'd be a truer objective statement to say like when it comes to subtitles, just because like people will always say it's like it's better in sub, but it's really what I think it is. It's imagination is able to be
Yeah,
applied a little bit more, right? Because you can't actually hear how they're saying it. Because in dub, like if they say a word, we know what they're saying. If they
yeah.
say it like in a weird inflection or if it's not perfect, we're like this sounds lame, right?
that's a good
But with
point.
sub, it's like your imagination is filling in all the gaps. So you're like,
Mhm.
that was pronounced perfectly. That was all. But to Japanese people, they're like, man, what the fuck is this? Like they're always
Yes,
talking shit about their subs.
Yeah,
But it's like for Americans, it's like we love it. It's almost like a book. Like in the book, you're like, oh,
yeah.
so much better in the book. When you didn't have any visual, more imagination. Your imagination makes everything fucking cooler.
I will s- I
So
will say that with subbed and dubbed, like I don't like that argument, but
yeah.
there's some dubs where the voice actors for me, in my opinion, I have to watch certain shows dubbed because the
That's how you
character
started.
it fits them. So I don't like the argument like one is better than the other, but I do like sub just because I feel like I'm watching it like the Japanese people. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and
After going to
I say
Japan
preach.
especially.
I say preach. I like for me, it always bums me out when people like want to shit on the dubs because I'm like, wait, this only helps. This only helps. It's like if more people are able to get into the show because they watch the dub, that's a good thing. Like it doesn't take away from the sub, in my opinion.
accessibility.
Yeah, and
I think
then
people just do that
yeah,
just for like shits and giggles.
yeah, yeah. Although I guess it bumps me out because I wish that the nerd world was like just more accepting, like
Yeah.
more like good. You're in it versus like, oh, you didn't do it this way, or oh, you didn't. Because I had people literally tell me, "Am I an anime fan if I'm watching it dub?" And I'm like, damn, that sucks that you even have to,
Wow.
feel that you can't be a part of this if you watch it like that.
It's a wild thing to say.
Can I
How about
say
Really.
you? You
that a
see it?
lot of like the people who say that, I don't think they're real fans of anime because if I feel like if you're a real fan of anime, you're gonna accept people whether they watch dubbed or sub because now you're like either way what they're saying, yeah, they might the language might have different words. Like they'll say like
Yeah.
fuck in America and then they'll say shit in Japanese. But
Mm,
either way, you know what's going on in the situation. It's the same thing. So it's like we're able to have this conversation still where you still watch it in subbed or dubbed. Like we're still talking about that fight that happened. Like,
yeah,
I just think that that's like so silly when people do that debate all the
it
time. Because I
is.
get it all the time too. Like I'll watch it and people be like, wow, you're watching dubbed. And I'll be like, bro, it's just this, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's anime.
It's so dumb to me. It's also like, are you guys paying attention to like what's happening in the show? Like, what anime is
Yeah.
not like, hey, bullies are bad. Hey, maybe
Yeah.
people of all types are cool. Like just the most basic, like, hey, friendship is power, y'all. It's like, are you guys like learning or like actually watching the show? If you're, like if you're telling other people they can't be a fan, it
Yeah.
bumps me out like when people who might have been bullied in the past, like nerds or
Yeah.
whatever, and then they start bullying other people like when they get a chance to.
Yeah. I don't like that
Yeah.
either. Especially, yeah. It happens a lot in the anime community, especially when you go to cons too. Like
Oh,
I've
really?
seen like people like laugh at other people's their waifus or whether they're making fun of their cosplay or if they're like I'm like one of those people where I go to convention I'm like, oh my god, look at this, oh my god, and then people be like bro, relax, and I'll be like,
No. Yeah,
guys,
yeah, no,
like,
no.
please.
Bump
We
those
shouldn't.
people.
Yeah.
It's supposed
I
to
think
be
it's
like
weird
our
because it's
comfort
like,
zone.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the
No,
place to
absolutely.
geek out about this, isn't it?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
were you
No,
saying,
I
Josh?
think it's no. It's like I think it's strange that. Well, it's not even strange. I think it's very somewhat normal, right? Because people do this thing where they always want to. It's like how everyone has that group of friends who'll be like, "Oh, we're smarter than everybody else." Like they're kind of just like, "Oh, people are stupid." Like
Yeah.
there's always that person in everyone's group. There's always like, "Oh, that people are so dumb," but like we're people. So it's like whenever you can like, and this is like a thing that people just do is like whenever you can separate yourself from the majority, you'll try to do it, right? So you'll go to an anime convention and you'll have some fucking kid who's just as nerdy as everybody else trying to act like he's cooler than the convention he's fucking at that he
You're
paid a
Yeah.
right.
ticket to get in. And you're like,
Like
bro,
you're
can you fucking
here.
relax and just be a nerd with the rest of us? Like,
Yeah.
That's my
I don't know,
trigger.
man.
That's my
Yeah.
trigger.
Like I guess
Pompous
like
fucking people.
yeah. For me, like my peeve is like condescension. Like I feel like no one should be like condescending to anybody, really.
Yeah.
It's like whether you're the Queen of England or the president, it's like even if you like have this high rank in whatever field, and like doesn't really make sense to be condescending to anybody really about it. Like
No.
like the more cool people are the ones that are able to be open about things. Like even
Yeah.
if they are like up there like that, right? So
Mhm.
Yeah, you're technically just like adding negativity, and that doesn't really do anything for anybody, right? You're just
yeah.
making people feel bad. It's like, what are you achieving here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
Does
not
somebody
cool.
does somebody laugh at your waifu choice?
Um, no, but I've seen people make fun of other people for like getting certain anime figures
Oh.
or, like, oh, that's your waifu, like judging them.
Hmm.
Like they're like, oh, why is you like you have the most basic waifu? And it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen
Okay.
it.
Question, Violet. Tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
um, when it comes to waifus,
Yes.
I'm wondering. I'm wondering right now. This is a weird fucking question. Like, because like I've never had one really. Like I've never. That's never really been my thing.
Okay.
Up until recently, I
Okay.
found this manga and I really fuck with it. I was like, yo, the main character is a woman and she's actually cold as fuck.
Cold.
And I was like, oh shit.
I know
I
you're talking.
resonate with this. Like, this chick is cool as hell. But she's in high school, technically, in this manga.
Oh.
Right. How problematic is that? If not problem, because like when you say waifu, does that mean you're like sexually attracted to the character, or is it more just like that's a female character I like? What is the actual definition for
Hmm.
this shit? I gotta be careful. I can't be going out here being like, yo, this
Okay.
16-year-old girl is
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Wow.
like another debate I feel like we have in the anime community because I've
Mm.
seen people like when Nezuko, before she turned into like the full demon, people were sexualizing her. And they're,
Hmm.
this is a fucking child. And then some people were like, bro, it's fake, like it's not real. It's just an anime. So that's like a, I feel like it's almost like a unforbidden conversation. I feel like a lot of us people have, because I've also like cosplayed as like teenager anime characters, but it's like a gray wall almost. I feel like, it's like I don't want to get canceled because people are like,
Right.
because I defended people for um talking about that, and then they were calling me out because of what I do. They're like, you can't say anything because you do this and that, but I'm an adult, so
Yeah. Although, like, I feel your opinion should be like even more valid, but
but it's like, why
uh,
do they draw the characters with, like, huge tits then if they're
I
like
look, yeah,
They
like
draw them
I
like
would even
adults.
thinking like, why is my hero not like in college? I think it would make more sense if
like
my
My
hero.
Hero Academia?
It would
Like,
make all the sense. Why are they in high school trying to learn how to fight in the justice system? You know?
ew. Yeah, I
But
I'm
really
like,
don't care if people
oh, go
have,
ahead.
like, I was gonna say I don't mind, like, if because it's not real, but
yeah,
also, like, you're not gonna, like, I don't know, maybe beat your meat to it. But, like, that I feel like a waifu is someone that you admire and
I
that
want to
you
Devil's,
say that, yeah, because
devil's side,
that's
like, nah, not me. No,
because
I would never.
I actually like that. Like, because for me, is like I don't really like. There's lots of characters like I'm sexually attracted to, but like I usually don't say they're my waifu. You know, I'm
Yeah,
like it's like of course like all these characters are super hot, but like if like there's one that I admire, like it's like I have reasons for it too. I guess
Mhm.
that aren't just
Yes.
because they're hot, right? At least that's
Yes.
so
what I think.
is that the distinction then? Like, so this
That's
character
what I
that I like, she
yeah.
wouldn't be a waifu. She'd just be a female character I really fuck with because she is probably
You
the
know,
most female character I fuck with in
Probably,
all of
yeah.
anime.
Because
yeah.
my like, a waifu would be, like, someone you would like. I have my waifu, like, my main waifu is Rem, but I have no sexual attraction to her, but
Mhm.
I would marry her, I would worship her, I would love her. That's a
I
waifu. I feel like that's wifey material, to
like
break it
that.
down.
Okay, so
I
okay,
like
and yeah, like you said, like the way I'm looking at this constantly is like I've had this opinion before, but it was just like the way the Japanese, like the way they draw their characters a lot of times,
Mhm.
there's no indication that it's a child. Like, let's
No,
talk about Jotaro. That nigga's 14.
bro.
for real.
Are we being real right now? Like, come
For
on,
real.
Most
man.
JoJo's characters.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Giorno start look actually like an actual like his age. Like he's like 18, right? Yeah,
maybe
I think
she
so.
hasn't. She doesn't know about
They're
Jordan
in
yet.
school.
Yeah,
They're in
you
school.
don't know yet, but Josuke looks sort of
Josuke, I think is like
He
16 or
looks a
something like
little
that. I'm like, that's a
older. He looks
grown ass
yeah.
older.
man, bro.
He looks like
He
he'd be
looks
like
like,
in his 20s, honestly.
yeah, I was gonna say he looks like he's in his, like, 20, 23, maybe at
Yeah,
most.
like
Absolutely.
there's no teenagers that look
Does
that
that mean
cool.
he's off limits to be a husbando? Like, you can't say that or you're weird? Like, I don't
No,
know, man. I'm just like,
I
dog.
like he's definitely in the running for like best JoJo, right? And I feel like that should be like husbando material too. I like that like it shouldn't be a sexual thing, but like more like the whole package, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Although
like
some
who would
people,
you Oh, go
no,
Yeah,
ahead.
you
some
Go
go.
people will definitely like make it.
ahead. Hey, go ahead.
But then again, I think it should that would be like which characters do you want to fuck then, right? Versus like
Yeah,
who's your waifu, It's like fuck Mary kill, right?
yeah.
And then there's like
Yeah, I
the
think
characters
Mary's
that
different than just
marry.
fuck. Sure.
Yeah, like at least I'm thinking like waifu is Mary, and usually that's for like more than just because they're hotter, right?
That's
Mhm.
fair. That's
Mhm.
absolutely true. Yeah. I agree.
That was a good question
Okay.
though. And
Yeah.
I'm
Philosophically
glad you said that
discussed.
because I had felt a way too. Who
Oh,
you
me
have a
too.
waifu?
Me too. I've had, like, before, when I used to have my profile pictures, they would be like teenagers, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, stop! Why does it have, like, big tits then?"
Yeah, yeah.
But when you go to Japan, well, maybe because I was in Tokyo and Osaka, but there was, like, no big titty people.
No.
That is, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be
Honestly,
honest.
no. It was like
No, there was no
Japanese
big
usually
titty
are
people. Like Japanese
no.
people, like, they all, like, unlike Americans, No offense, but we're thicker. And over
Yeah,
there, they're more slender, fit. But that's because they're walking a lot too, I think.
they got good food and they walk a lot. And but also I guess, I mean, usually Asians in Asia
Some
like
of it's
aren't
just
like
genetic.
big. Yeah,
Their
Yeah,
their their standards are different than ours.
yeah.
To put it into
that's
better
true.
words, yeah.
When did you go
They
to
need more.
Japan?
They are. Oh, go ahead.
You went like recently, right?
I just came back on the 18th, on the 15th.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah. How was it?
I loved it. I was like coming back and I think I was like depressed the whole week when I came back to LA.
Welcome
And
to
I was like,
America.
"Yeah, bro, I was eating so good over there. I didn't gain any weight and I
Yeah,
come back and I'm bloated every single day in America again."
damn, dang. Was that your first time there, or like have you been before?
That was my first time ever flying international.
Really? Holy moly! Wow, congratulations to that. Wow.
And
So
it was
wait,
just
how many days were you in Japan, and how was the experience? Tell me.
I was there for a whole week and I
Okay,
was there for work.
nice,
But even with work, I was still able to do touristy things. And I
good.
just like loved the people. Everyone there was so nice. I didn't feel like unsafe. I felt like I was in somewhere where I belong, really. Even like I was talking to the taxi drivers, we were talking about anime, we were talking about American culture, and I just didn't realize how much of a different world there is outside of America in LA. Because I feel like when you're in LA, you're in a bubble. So
Yeah.
when I went over there, I just felt like at home because there's like 7-story sex stores, there's 7-story anime manga stores. There's so much things that I feel like are of my interest
Yeah.
that I was the food, everything, the culture. When I was there was a festival going on. There was people with no pants on. It was like it didn't feel like a real place. So I feel like I love the Japanese people even more now
Japan is
after
something
going.
special. Yes, like I
I
I
recommend it
agree.
to everyone.
You got to go back again soon, but that's tight. Wow. Like I'm really happy for you. Wow. First international trip. And I
Yeah.
mean, Japan set the bar like super high though.
Oh, I want to go to Korea next.
Yeah. Where to?
Said what?
Korea,
Korea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That place is
South
apparently
Korea,
people.
of course.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Right? I mean, I don't know if right now is a good time to go to North Korea, but
Oh man, unless Kim Jong Un wants me to go.
yeah.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
I mean, hopefully that can help. The
He
peace
invited.
treaty and all right. You might bring world peace with that.
Didn't Dennis Rodman go?
Dennis Rodman went.
Rodman, yeah,
Yeah.
was best friends with Kim Jong, right?
Save
That
him
would
According
you
to
for
would
this
you
list.
would you do that? If someone offered you like some global dignitary was to be like, hey, you want to be best friends or hang around? Actually, they want more than friendship, I guess, but still, would you?
Oh
Would
yeah,
you?
for sure.
Yeah, there
I
you
would
go
be
for
like
world
I'm
peace.
friends with the world leader, and that would create world peace.
Bless you, bless you.
Yes. If I had the choice, I would for sure.
That's great. We're gonna have to see what countries are down for this. Listen,
Yeah, after this,
Israel
shoot,
and Palestine solved. North Korea solved. China solved.
what other fucking Russia solved everyone. World
Yeah,
peace.
right. Oh, you get Vladimir Putin? Oh, bless you.
That
I
dude would
know
actually
they
take
make
the bait too. Vladimir Putin would
You
definitely
think
invite
so?
you
I
over.
feel like he's too hardcore. Like
you
he
know
seems
what?
No,
like
just for no, he's a masculine idiot, bro. Let's
He
be idiot.
fucked.
Let's be real. He would be like, oh my god, this will make me look so cool. He'll do it. He would
But he
absolutely
like
do it.
he fucked one of my friend's friends.
wow.
Get out of here. Drop the mic on this nigga. Like
Yeah.
he would
that
absolutely. He ain't shit, bro.
I feel.
I can say that from here, but I can't get shot.
How does it feel being like in that sort of like global renown? Like do people also like world like when you were in Japan? Do people recognize you there?
Oh my god, yes, they did. And what I loved about like the Japanese fans is that they're very respectful. Um, they'll be like, they're so cute because they like try they it's like broken English, so it's so cute. Oh my god, because I grew up like with
So,
people who
so
it's not their first language, so
yeah, yeah.
was hearing him say my name and he was like, "Can I take a photo with you?" And then it was just like so nice. I have it like I have a vlog of it on my TikTok. I have to upload, but
Okay.
just meeting my fans in Japan and stuff. It was very eye opening to know that people really watch me, like overseas, you know. And I was like, oh my god,
Right.
I love Asian people. Like the fact that they're watching me is like wow, like what can I say? You know, if I have reach in Japan, I'm like I should just do more videos in Japan.
Hey,
And you're helping
let's
out.
go.
You're helping out the anime community because most of the girls are getting drawn thicker now. See, I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty sure that's
right.
part of you.
You might
yeah,
be. Did you see Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
yes. What was
Yeah,
it?
and you can be the
What
one
was
they're
it?
talking about now.
Lawrence and Megan the Stallion?
Yes.
Was
uh, yeah, like who was the first girl that they talked about? Anyways, I'm happy.
it
Oh,
Like
you was
you,
Jennifer
talking about
Lawrence?
yeah, there you go, Jennifer Lawrence. That's it. That's right. So I'm boom. I'm rooting for you. Next manga, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen one way or another.
Yes, I hope so.
That's dope.
man.
Wow. No, I'm seriously happy for you
I'm
with Japan
thinking.
because like I went back in December for a month and it was still too much for me. Like it was just like I'm still overwhelmed by it, like when I think about it. And I wish America, like I mean, you went to convenience stores, right?
Oh, I went to 7-Eleven. I didn't get to do which one's the other one? Lawson's. I didn't get to do that one.
Mhm.
But I went and like splurged almost every other day at 7-Eleven.
Man, and like just to think about like the quality of just the convenience stores, right?
I wish
Like
I
you
tried
can get
the egg sandwich.
oh wow. Like
You
That's
had
an
it's
it?
like
interesting.
I know you're making faces, but like they do their eggs in a different way. Like it looks like
I love
it
egg.
My exact. I would never try an egg sandwich from a convenience store.
actually
That sounds
bangs. Like
risky.
and like they have it like so wrapped up super nicely. Like the way they package stuff is like, yeah, this is packaged with care,
It's
you know?
his
It's
own
like
aesthetic. It's
very
7-Eleven.
much.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe y'all are onto something.
And I was drinking so
Maybe.
much dairy in
Oh, really? Oh, you don't drink dairy usually?
no, I don't drink dairy at all.
Yeah, I
So I
guess
was
American
just
dairy is
drinking
weird, huh?
yeah, I was just like, I'm having lattes with milk and I wasn't having any upset stomachs. Like my body was able to endure that and not get
Okay,
sick.
there we
I did
go.
get sick from McDonald's though. I think that's
Oh,
normal for me to not like
that's
McDonald's.
although Japanese McDonald's is supposed to be different still, you know?
Yeah, but I think what it was is the French fries. I
Uh,
don't yeah, it wasn't that good. I don't think like I can't eat fast food the same anymore.
yeah, and
Have
probably
you
for
been
the
eating
best
healthier?
anyways, right?
What was that?
Have you been? I was like, have you been eating healthier lately?
I've been just cooking my food now. Since it's been 2 weeks now since I've been back from Japan. I don't like I had Korean barbecue today, but I just had meat and like the kimchi cucumbers and rice, but I just haven't been eating the same since I came back. I think my stomach can digest the same. And it was just a week. It's crazy. Like a week is like nothing, but in that week I was able to cleanse. I took some medicine out there. It was just a really like it was nice. I liked it. I think it's nothing
So,
like the food here though. I will
Yeah,
say we do have good McDonald's here though. I like the McDonald's in America more.
better here. Okay, we did
Yeah.
something, yeah.
this shit's so
The
makes
French
you pass
fries
out.
here are the best.
Yeah. What's your favorite French fry store? McDonald's French fries?
I like McDonald's French fries and Burger King fries.
Okay.
Burger King has underrated fries.
I gotta think about Burger King fries. I like
They're
Five
good.
Guys fries. What did I say, Josh?
Nothing. I don't even remember anymore.
Okay, no, that's all good. That's good though. Like, do you usually cook?
I try to cook.
Yeah.
Um, like I'll eat. Well, the recently I just eat only like a breakfast, egg whites, turkey bacon, lunch, uh, chicken and rice, and then dinner, same thing. Or I'll have like half of like if I get like a wrap, I'll cut it in half, eat one half, and then I'll eat the other one tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
my portion sizing has changed.
Yeah. Yeah. It
That's
sounds
impressive.
small, but it sounds good though. It sounds like you eat
It's
like quite a
filling,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
Yeah, as long as you're
Just
not
eating more
tired or
protein.
yeah. What's it
Mhm.
good
called?
shit.
More
Oh no, I was saying
protein.
as long as she's
Oh, there you go. More
say it
protein.
again.
Gotcha. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I was like,
legit.
you're
No,
not tired.
no.
You
Like,
can do that shit.
that- Sorry, I keep interrupting you. What are you saying, Josh?
I'm wondering if it's like my mic is picking up late on your side or something. Maybe I don't know.
Uh, it's all
A
good. Yeah, we're
little, a
trying.
It's
little
all good.
bit.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyways,
Yeah, we're chilling.
anyways, no, 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 no. That's legit. No, seriously, like I'm always happy like when people like go to Japan. Like I'm always happy to hear about those stories. I'm trying to go more. Even thinking I want to like try to buy or get a spot out there, like legit.
Yeah.
Um, Although I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking about trying to go back in for Halloween because I think that'd be really cool to go check out. I heard that like they go off, especially like Shibuya. Did you go to Shibuya?
I did go to Shibuya.
Hey. So yeah,
Yeah.
like the whole square area, right?
Yeah. That's where like the Godzilla is, right? No,
Yeah.
right? Is that?
Yeah. Like where like on the top of the hotel,
Yes.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a photo shoot out there. It was sick.
Ah, sick.
That's
Okay.
wild.
I'm gonna have to see all this.
That's
Yeah,
fucking wild.
I think next month they're gonna finally give me my photos to post on my Instagram.
Okay. Okay. That's legit. Cool. So yeah, they had a question. Like, what's one question that you hate everyone asking you about? Like, I bet like everyone's always asking you about like, oh, so you're a porn star. So what do you? But like, what's one thing that you wish people stop asking about?
I wish people would stop asking me how much or how do I fuck because I think I
Sorry, no, I was just like, huh?
one, I don't like do the money for like sex thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people do, but it's not my thing. So when people say how much to fuck, I'm like, bro, no amount of number will unless you're like Jay-Z and you're offering me $1 million, and that's another question.
All right.
Chump change. Jay
Or
Z's a billionaire.
yeah,
Asking
Yeah.
for more.
so
You're right.
million
Exactly. I was like,
nothing,
only a million? Okay. Okay.
nothing. um Or like I just don't like when people think I'm easy because of what I
Mm,
do. Like I
mm,
got into the industry thinking I would be like, yeah, I can fuck more because I'm gonna have sex for a living. And no, it actually became harder because now I don't like using condoms because I'm allergic to latex. So
mm.
I have to like use like the pull out method or birth control, or I have to make sure that, well, and tested. They have to be tested too.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's not as easy to like fuck me because I'm very protective of like what I do outside of work because I want to protect the people who are in the industry. I don't want to expose them to any STIs or STDs. So I had to basically minimize my sexual activities to only work now because of what I do. So when people say, "Yeah, you're just a corn star. You can just I can fuck you." It's like, "No, you can't."
Yeah. No,
People
that's
That's
really
wild.
say shit like that? Like
yeah.
to you? Like to
They're
your face, like in
demanding
person?
to my face. Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. And like yeah, because like also it's like they're missing out like on the person, right? They're just like, oh, because you do this, you're
Yeah.
I can just talk to you like however.
A lot.
And I mean that was something that was like is like as we do this is like no, let's I wanted just to talk to you as a person more than anything, but I am interested in like in this world of yours for sure.
Yeah.
But
And a lot of people are, especially, I'm more like open about it
yeah,
because I like to educate people and inform people and answer questions that usually most people would want to ask but are afraid to, or they're just uneducated.
yeah. Feels like a lot of people
Yeah.
are uneducated these days about just
The sex work
sex
industry.
work, yeah, but I mean, even just sort of thinking about like relationships and stuff, it's just sort of like, yo, what do people think? Like, I always worry about like what this next generation feels about relationships. Like, I'm happy that like it's opening up,
Yeah.
like what the definition of a relationship could be, but it sort of sounds like, are we, treating people like people, right? Like, or are we just sort of like, oh, you're this, so I can do this to you, right?
We're in the middle of like a hookup culture. So we have Instagram, Twitter, Tinder, all these other apps where people have that access to like swipe and be like, I want you, I don't want you, I want you, I don't want you. And also, I feel like a lot of our generation is afraid to commit because we have so many options.
Mm,
You know, we'll be like, damn,
I
this person's a 10, but then person's like 100. And it's like we're too busy comparing other people to other people that I think that's why people are so afraid to commit. And I have a lot
The
of
accessibility.
friends like that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
accessibility. They like being single. They like having options. They like sleeping around. Like they don't want to be tied down to one person. So there's a lot of factors that play into that. I feel like that makes it a little bit difficult to date in this generation. But there is stability in there. You know, there's people on the other side that don't want that either.
Mhm.
Okay,
They
that
want
sounds so much more rare for sure. But I guess if you just like
is
only
it
look
really
online,
rare? Is it
yeah,
really rare? Or is it
I think
because
it
social
depends.
media?
social media.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think social media
I
has
definitely
made it
think
sound weird.
it depends on where you're at.
Kitty.
Oh, the cat.
Yep, join me.
You
But
good?
yeah, continue.
Yeah, no, I'm like I definitely think it depends on where you're at because like right now, I don't know, Violet. How can I ask how old you are? Is that fine?
There we go.
Uh,
Mid 20s? Did you say mids?
mid 20s, mid 20s, mid
There you
20s.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so right now, me and Gajal, I think Gajal's same is like we're 31. So it's like one of those things where a lot of our friends, a lot of my friends over here specifically, they got married off and they just kind of like that's it, right? So they're out the
Disappeared.
game. Yeah, they didn't disappear on me. Luckily, most of them. My real good friends are still here, of course. But it's like I definitely understand the idea of like, hey, there's a lot of fucking options, and it's like, why would you? It's like gambling. I was telling Godzo about it. It seems like a gambling thing. It's like you're at the table, you're hot, you're doing your thing, you're just rolling dice, and you're like, oh, this is working out. Why would
Yeah,
I walk away from the table when you don't have to?
yeah,
But the risk is that you get blown out and then you end up by yourself, right?
yeah,
Mm,
That's always a thing that could happen because like all the it's just it's life.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I
But I
feel
don't
like I'm
know.
sort of gambling myself right now, like where it's like I've met many great options, and then I'm like, do I stop now or do I keep on trying my hand at this, right?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and like I
you
think
start second guessing.
yeah, honestly, um, yeah, I'm wondering like when it is like the time to stop, and yeah, like I'm trying to like even get away from like online dating as much because I see myself comparing people too
Yeah.
much. Yeah, hmm
That's the problem. And I think what I feel like people need to do, especially in their early 20s, mid 20s, is that instead of like looking for love, like just let it happen. Like I've noticed like when I used to force things, it just doesn't stick. And
What do you mean?
then um
I feel that
also
like you're speaking right to me. I'm like I do everything you're saying right now is like, damn, I wish I let things happen because I'm with you. I forced it, trying to be like, hey, date me, please date me, come on, date me.
girls
I'm a
are
great guy. Yeah, and that's
I can
always backfired.
I was gonna say I can say that girls we like the chase a little bit. And not all of us, but most of them like me, I get too well because of like my stuff that's happening to me in the past. I get so afraid when someone wants me so hard, because it's like I'm gonna get heartbroken again. So why am I gonna fall so hard? You know, a lot of us have our guards up, and a lot of us come from I don't know about you guys, but households where it's not stable. There's no two relationships. Their parents are not together, whether the mom, the dad separated or they're not together for some reason. So we don't have that idea of a relationship, a healthy one at that.
Mhm.
Right.
So when we try to look for that, we don't know the patterns of like whether it's good or bad. And I noticed that too with me or my friends or just people that I've talked to about relationships. That's when it gets difficult. I think that's what our generation struggles with too, because a lot of our parents are not together. So it's like,
That
what
is a
is
really good.
healthy? What isn't?
Dang.
Yeah, because your perception of what a relationship is, you have none. So it's like
None.
if some guy starts talking to you kind of weird, you're just kind of like, I'm sure relationships are like this, right?
Like,
Like this
oh,
is
is this
kind of how.
normal?
Yeah, and movies and
Yeah,
TV, right? Yeah,
Movies, even the anime. I watch a lot of romance, and I'm like, I want that. Like, I want someone to talk to me like that. And it's like, I can't compare the fantasy to real life. Like, that's not gonna happen.
yeah.
I
not
think we
What,
yeah,
have these
not for this.
standards, you know?
what's a fantasy anime that you want to be like real life?
Oh man, like the I'm like, okay, so like I'm on part four right now, and there's like this girl who's like in love with this I don't know his name.
Oh, Soichi or like the kid, short
Yes,
kid, or
yes. And
Koichi.
then
There you
like
go.
how he like acts like he doesn't like her, but she like is in love with him. but then like he goes under a spell like on one of the episodes, and like he's obsessed with her. He's like brushing her hair, like opens the chair for her, and like takes her out on dates and does all these things for her. But when you think about it, no guy's gonna be brushing my fucking hair.
It's like, is that something you
Also,
want?
it's like,
What you
yeah,
talking about? Hey,
brush my
hey,
hair for me, play with my hair. You know, that's like,
yo,
and there's other shows too that like, how like in Naruto, like the fucking he's like saved Hinata from like the war, not the war, one of the episodes. It's been a while since I watched it, but the pain arc, you know what I'm talking about? How he
Yeah,
saved her, she saved him, like that kind of romance, you
yeah.
know.
I'm like, let's hold on. I'm like, she saved him.
He saved
She didn't
him.
have to be out there.
He noticed that something happened. He comes back and then he like saves her. You know, like kind of like saving her in a
Yeah,
sense. You know, that kind of
I feel
romance.
that. He came back after she got her ass whipped. Yeah, he's the hero. She was getting murdered. I was
But
like,
he married her. He married her.
he
yeah.
did. Okay, it makes up for it, but
You
fuck,
know,
man.
For me, at least whenever I think about Hinata and Naruto, I'm not the like the biggest fan of it. I
it's
don't
like
know. It's like for me, I'm just like Hinata was just oh Naruto,
yeah.
for so long, and then
Yeah,
Naruto just did not care at all, like
He was
until
so busy trying to be freaking
yeah. He was
Sasuke.
focused. Man was
Focus.
focused on
Hokage.
being Hokage and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing it was
Which is
Hokage.
not bad actually when you think about it. He's putting himself first and she isn't.
Yeah, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay, I don't know. I guess for me, because at least for me, my
I
favorite character, Naruto, Shikamaru, right? And the
Yes.
best relationship, Shikamaru and crap, which one?
Tamari.
Yeah, Tamari. Yes, absolutely. I
Tamari's a
think it's,
baddie.
it's just
She's
super
a
bad.
fucking baddie.
I think that's the
They
best
go
relationship.
crazy.
Yeah, like they seem like two people like with their own goals, and then
Yeah.
like they work to get well together and they balance each other out. At least that's then
No,
again,
that's a healthy relationship.
yeah, cool. Thank
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be two individuals. I think I said this a lot, but it's like it's supposed to be two people who are complete individuals or working on themselves, and then you get together and
you.
you're
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, we
Yeah.
function very well together, and then it
yeah,
becomes a
yeah.
relationship. Not like I'm codependent on you and I need to explain, like you know what I mean? It becomes
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
weird issue all the time. But yeah, Tamari and Shikamaru are cool.
Yeah,
I think that's what you meant though. Hinata, I think the relationship between Hinata and Naruto is cool.
yeah.
Like I don't know who else he would
I'm
have
glad
gotten with.
Boruto, like they're married and they have their kids and Boruto's happening.
And
But
Hinata kind of has a
Yeah.
personality now, even though
yeah,
I
she
don't really
does.
watch Boruto like that.
She
Uh,
does. Just read the
yeah,
manga; it's a lot better. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I agree. Like I sort of, but then again, at least when I watch anime, I'm like, okay, this feels more healthy. Okay, maybe I should communicate how I feel. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
maybe I should go for this person instead of this person, right? Like I was even thinking like Dress Up Darling, right? Like where it's like they like each other because not because Marin's hot, or Gojo's useful as a costume maker, but because they
Yeah.
like each other personalities, right?
Mhm.
no, I feel like this
I
is very much like
I wish the world was like that though. You go for personality over looks.
Yeah, yeah,
I think it has to be a solid mix. I think
yeah.
there
It's
has
like
to be a good
yeah,
mix.
that's what I was about to be like. It's like
Somewhat attracted, but I
yeah,
think like I've had both
mm,
ends of the spectrum. Like someone who's people are like, oh, you're too good for them, or someone that's like, oh, they're too good for you.
mm.
Oh
And
wow,
the
It's like
ones
how
who
you
are
find that
like
balance, I
so
guess.
attractive, I just think they're so boring. They never have anything in common with me. And then the ones who are like people are like, oh, they're you could do better. Like they don't
Mm,
understand that
yeah,
it's the personality that makes the person attractive. Like, or like, have you ever like been in a relationship and then you fall out of love and then you realize like that person was like not the best for you?
yeah, absolutely.
You're
Hindsight,
like, how did I
2020 shit.
even be in a relationship with you? And it's like not even because of their looks or anything. It's just like they're a bad person.
They're a terrible person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
I
mean.
think
Like,
so. I've done like okay, committed relationships. I think I've been in two or three. So like, it's not. I'm not anything. I'm not a fucking expert at this shit.
I'm super
But
not.
in my experience, it's like What's up?
I said I'm super not an expert. I've been zero, but
Oh
it's a
fuck.
complicated thing. But yes,
No, but it's like I feel like I've been in the. I think my person was like way more like she was really attractive to me. Found her at some gym, and I was like, "Yo, we should go do something." We ended up doing the thing. It all worked out. It was like, but like you said, it was a really toxic relationship. She wasn't into anime. She wasn't into video games. She wasn't into like any of the shit I was into. She liked watching, I don't know, Empire type shit like every day.
Oh,
Yeah, she's one of those girls. Like she was really bad, and I met her at a gym, and I was like, "This will work out." And it definitely, God knows, because I used to live with him at that time, and
yeah.
we'd be like yelling at each other outside in the parking lot. It
Yeah,
was wild.
I was like, huh, I hope they're happy.
yeah.
It, but my thing is like to say is like I've also been in other relationships where it's like a really great person, but it's like it seems like there's like a spice missing almost
Mm.
for me at least. And I'm not saying this is for everybody, but it's like I'm just like I feel like I need something. I don't need arguments. I don't need a fucking like a headache, but I think there's like
Like a
a
little bit of a
balance between
bite, I guess, right? Maybe like a back
yeah.
and forth.
I was thinking about this because I used to think I was really into like this. Remember Tenchi Muyo? You
Yeah,
remember that space pirate girl?
the blue hair one, right?
No, fuck, gray hair, I think.
Yeah,
But there's like a lot of characters like that where it's like I like girls who are like or women who are like very bold and very
yeah,
not assertive. Well, I guess assertive is sort of it, but they're very much they have a personality, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
But on top of being bold and having that personality and being like talking to the waiter for you because you're being a bitch, on top of all that, I would like her to also be very kind. I need
Yeah,
like a combination. But it's like if you're just kind
you can be
and you don't have like I guess to sound fucking kind of like a dick. It's like if you don't have like that some kind of zest or some shit that keeps me around, it's
mm,
hard for me. It's very difficult. I had to like try to convince myself. I was like, nah, this is gonna work. No, this is
Yeah.
not working for me.
You need like
So I don't
a
know.
you need like a little toxic in it.
Not exactly, yo, hey, yo, not exactly toxic.
yeah,
I
not like
don't. I
damage,
don't want
more like
bullshit.
fire damage, like, but like, because I know what you mean, sort of like,
Let me just say stupid shit. Call me out, please. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't want someone just agreeing with me for the sake of agreeing with me.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't want
I
that
don't know.
either. Like correct me if I come to
Yeah,
you, tell me the truth, don't bullshit me.
but make it nice. Be like, I love you, but yeah, that
Okay,
outfit
okay, yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
nice,
Like that outfit is not it.
yeah,
Not like you're getting scolded.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't want like some bitch, but also I don't want like the sweetest fucking Hinata girl. That
yeah,
shit sucks.
No, she's too submissive. That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I
That's
agree.
it.
Like, I
That's
think that
exactly it.
I feel like it's not like a good mix for Naruto personally. But then again, hey, they're happy to have kids. You know,
Maybe he
man,
likes that. Maybe because he's so dominant, he needs someone submissive. And
believe it.
Man.
Do you
Yeah, I don't know. I think
who are your husbandos and waifus? Like who's like a personality trait that you like um in a whatever series, I guess.
I don't have any more husbandos. Like my
Uh,
last one, like that I can remember, was Gojo.
oh yeah.
But that was like this was like the like when it first came out. But then I
Yeah.
was just like, he's too
Yeah.
like when he started showing his eyes, I was like, yeah, he's too much for me. But
Like
I'm
two
more
three.
into waifus.
Yeah.
So like Supersonico is one of my favorites.
Mm.
Darkness, from Konosuba.
Oh,
She's
oh
I
shit.
need to start that show for so long.
yeah, that show's so fucking good. It's so
I
good. And then
hear.
they're doing a spin-off too. Um, and then Rem, obviously. Like I have a whole
Rem from
shrine of her in my room.
Oh wow.
are we talking about
How
Rem from like
From
ReZero?
what
Rizzo.
oh,
How
okay,
do you
okay.
feel when is his name Suzaku Subaru, right? When he didn't go for her.
Well, more of a chance for me.
Hey. I
But
like that.
I don't go too deep. I'll be like, damn. Like I've seen shows. Like I think that's why I stopped watching Rent a Girlfriend too. Was because I'm like, bro, like there's no way the character would be like choose like you have all these options and you choose that. Like sometimes I'll click off. I'm like, all right, I can't watch this anymore. But
Yeah.
because of Rem, I just stayed watching the show.
I need
Yeah.
to jump back into it, but I did like her a lot. But then again, I saw what you've seen as Emilia. I like personally my waifus are usually like the ambitious
The
type of chicks, you know?
the what?
ambitious type of chicks, you know, like they're
Okay.
like trying to change the world and yeah, they're focused, you know, like if have you seen Chainsaw Man?
Yes.
Okay. Like what's the name? Makima, right? If
Yes.
Makima wasn't scary, I think, you know, like I would be all for about her, you know?
I give
Yeah.
a fuck about
Love
Makima.
that.
That is
I
wild.
mean, hey, if she wasn't like, you know, like hinting to be like,
Insane? The
yeah.
devil? I don't which one, Gato?
Look,
Bro.
look, look. I usually like that, you know, like boss type of chicks. Amelia, I was like, I get it. Although I think Subaru is being stupid and just being like, yo, that's not the type of chick for you, bro. Go for Rim. You know? Chick has bared her whole heart out to you and said we can have beautiful kids together and I love you and I'm down to fight.
That
And she's
shows you that men have commitment issues.
Oh my
like,
god.
Or that men versus women.
although wait. That I think that shows that like he's committed to this chick, you know, to Amelia. Then again, he's dumb for that though. It's just not the right choice.
Yeah, but also I don't know. I don't get too deep into that because it's not real.
Yeah. Oh.
I
Oof.
blame
Yeah, that's
the
what
I blame the screenwriter.
That's
Blame the manga writers for that.
a fair
yeah,
point.
nah. You did bring up a good point, guys. Well, you talking about fucking what's her name? Makima.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, she's powerful and shit. Like
Yeah.
she got that thing about her. But it's like, well, for one, like I said earlier, powerful and kind. She's
Yeah.
not kind at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, I
Oh, she
realized
is.
the third factor, the extra factor to keep someone around, or at least me. I just thought about this: being funny or having a sense of humor, like you being funny, not just like whenever you find a woman who's really funny, that
Yeah.
is like such a plus. And it can just be banter. It doesn't even have to be like tell me a fucking joke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, like some weird shit. It's just like banter back and forth. I think we are talking about that. How do we say it? I'm sure I don't know how your family. Are you Hispanic,
Hmm.
Violet?
Yeah.
So I don't know if your family is anything like mine, but it's like, is there a lot of like just standard banter between people, like just
Yes.
as jokes? Yeah,
Yeah.
I need it, guys.
I
I need it.
grew up like being roasted when everyone would fucking laugh at me, and I'll be like, "What? Like this is the kind of humor?" It's but it's like
It's
tough
funny.
love almost.
It's got to be a mix, and you have to know that's coming from a place of love. Like you have to know it
Yeah.
has to be reaffirmed. There has to be a like there's a meter of like roast to like affirmation, and I
Yeah.
need that hoe to be balanced.
Yeah. Can't just be roast all the time. For me, that's something that like makes me mad because sometimes my family and people around me would, you know, roast and it would just be roast. And I'm just like, you guys like me? I was like, I don't. And then that's when I get mean. And then they're like, you're a mean person, God's won't.
Yeah. Or I'll
Yeah.
cry and then but all right, we pushed it. We pushed
Yeah.
it with that one.
As long okay, so that's the thing. If they register, and this goes for groups of friends, even not even like outside of relationships, right?
Yeah.
As long as if they do make you feel bad, if you can vocalize that, if you feel comfortable vocalizing that and telling them, and they stop and they're like, "Oh, my bad." If they're willing to at least do that, I think it's
Yeah.
an okay relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
those people who are like, "Don't be a bitch."
Oh, I
That
have
shit, like when
family members like that.
Yeah.
yeah, you can't make someone cry, and then when they tell you how they're feeling, then be like, "Yo, shut the hell up!" Like that's the weirdest
They're
way
like
to have a friendship.
they're like,
100%.
"Shut up, I was just joking."
It's like, no, I need you to say sorry and like change your behavior so that way, you know, I'm not gonna cry again, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, that's toxic. That's toxic shit.
Oh, real, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't want toxic. Like, I like, cause I agree with you. Like, whereas, like, I want like a little bit of bite. Like, even though like I like nice people and chicks and whatever, it's like I don't know. I wouldn't want super submissive like Hinata. I think I'm just like Hinata sort of bummed me out because like I wanted more from her personally. You know, like I like when she would fight like Neji. Remember, like back in the day when she fought Neji, I was hoping that she would grow more of a spine from that situation, right? And then
Oh yeah, he was trash.
just always sort of still in the background, you know? I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever.
I feel like the people who like Hinata probably also like what's her name? Nezuko. Like they're probably
But
the same
Nezuko,
fan base.
but Nezuko though, I think like is cool. Like even without saying too much, you know? Like
Bro, she's
she's
pretty much the same archetype where she's just a little quiet girl with a thing in her mouth and she's like very submissive looking. Like I think it's the same dudes. It's the same three niggas who are like, yeah, that's my waifu. It's the same lame dudes. I can't, bro.
The people who say that that's their waifu, I question them because she doesn't
Yeah,
even talk.
yeah.
All the authorities on the side be like, yeah.
Talk. The group chat be like, that's a good way to tell your friend who your friend like what kind of women your friends like just by like looking at their
Nick,
waifus.
not
Man.
enough niggas are calling the cops on their friends, bro. That's what I say.
Just all gotta like, questionable. I don't know about that
Maybe
one.
that nigga belongs in jail. You ever thought about that? Like, maybe.
First friend.
What'd you say?
No, they belong behind bars.
We gotta do this for the culture. Maybe that's what we
You
gotta
can't
do.
help everybody.
We gotta clear out the culture, and then we can be born anew, where we don't have to be worried about conversations anymore, right?
Yeah.
Man.
That's hilarious.
I mean, there's some. Hold up. Yeah. Oh my god. But no, you're gonna get into JoJo's Part 5 soon, and Part 5. Trust me, Violet. Listen to me, Violet. You about to get a new husbando.
Oh no!
There's a character in Part 5. His name is Mister Guido, or Guido Mister. Say his name backwards. That nigga is cold as fuck.
Guido.
He might be the coldest nigga in all of anime.
All anime.
I don't want to brag or nothing, but
I like him a lot. I feel like there's a lot.
We were talking about yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of material for husbandos in Part 5.
I think he's my type though.
Girl, stop playing. He's your type.
That's
that nigga. That you can't beat that guy. that nigga's ride or die. That nigga is real.
I'm interested in what you think about Bucciarati. But actually, I would love to hear like what you think after all this. Like, let me know when you finish Part 5, and I definitely need to hit you up. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Violet Myers Part 2 where she comes on and talks about which nigga is the baddest in Part 5.
Yes.
Oh, JoJo's conversation. I'm down.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
It's gonna be a quick snippet, guys. I'm talking a 10-minute clip.
I'm down. Like, I've been wanting to do like a talk for like One Piece, like of just like I don't care like spoilers. We're talking One Piece. I think I want to do it for JoJo. So I was like, I don't care about spoilers. We're just gonna geek out about JoJo's one of these days. So I'm gonna get you back on for that.
Yes, please.
For that. Yeah, I'm thinking like, oh, that'd be so sick because I feel like you have a pretty deep knowledge on this anime shit. If we did an in-person one for that one, just like couches and shit and just chill, that would be like a vibe. Yeah. Gazel, you could smoke, you could do your thing.
Oh boy.
That nigga Gazel be zooted, just saying the funniest shit.
He's a pothead?
You know, I guess ever since I got to California, I started smoking a lot more. But I feel like I'm balanced, right? I feel normal right now, right?
You're high right now? Right. I can't even tell.
No. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty chill. I got my.
He had this. He bought this ASAP Rocky vape pen. That hoe was so cold. It was like wood grain. It was cold as fuck, and then he lost it.
I lost it.
No.
I bought it 3 times, and then I kept losing it on lifts. Like it would fall out of my pocket, and I was like, okay, enough of this.
You didn't love
it. Damn, well, guys, buy another one.
Though you lose and misplace stuff.
It would fall in my pocket. Like I would literally put it in my pocket, like, and then like I would get out of the lift. Or I'd be at like a party or whatever, right? And then it's like, oh shit.
What if someone just took it from you? They're like, this is mine now. You know, sometimes maybe you're like passing it and someone's like, you know what, I like this. I'm gonna keep it, you know?
Bro, that's worse than losing it in the lift. If he lost that, I'd be like, damn, guys, that sucks. But this nigga got robbed 3 times. Bro, you're a mark. What the fuck?
Each one has a different story every time he loses it.
I know, right? No, the first time I won't forget. Like I was at Hypeland. Like Hypeland had a pop-up store, and then for Yu-Gi-Oh, and like it was a dope time. But then I couldn't find it in my pocket, so maybe I did get stolen. Who knows? Probably one of those Yu-Gi-Oh busters, you know, like stealing my cards, rip it up, and they're like, "Ooh, this is pretty nice. I might take this too."
People in LA do steal a lot.
Damn.
Yeah, I would never pass that shit around. I would never pass. Like that shit was too nice.
It's handchained to me, right? That's what I gotta do. LA
wallet.
Man, you're right. Probably.
You said what? A wallet?
A wallet. Like he just said chain, so maybe like you can have it with the chain wallet.
Yo, this nigga is not 13 Violet. Stop trying to make my nigga never get laid. She said, yo, get the chain wallet with the tap out on it.
Hey, no, maybe this is
my wallet right now. You would laugh at my wallet.
Yeah,
Like, go get your wallet. Is it in the room?
it up.
Oh no, it's like a McDonald's French fry wallet.
Oh
You gotta
hell!
come on now. Is
I
it? Is it?
no, it really it's a Loungefly wallet from McDonald's collaboration.
Okay, wait, that's kind of fire.
I'll
That
show
sounds
you
pretty
which one. I was at. It was funny because I went to I went when I was in Japan. I went to Louis Vuitton and I was like, okay, let me get something. And I pull out my wallet and it's like the McDonald's French fry wallet. And my friend's like, you're at a expensive store and you're pulling out that wallet. And
I
I
think
was
that's the best place to pull out that wallet at.
just like
Oh, there's something
roasting
hard about that
me.
though.
He was
Like
roasting me. I was like, leave me
that's ironic
alone.
in a cool fucking way.
That's
It's
how
like
you.
wearing
That's
the
how you
Bass
know you
Pro
have
Shop
good
hat.
taste. Let's see this. I want to see this wallet.
This is the wallet I have.
That's
That's my wallet.
legit. I like.
I gotta see that shit in action. I don't know. I gotta really see that shit. That's a hard one.
That's hilarious. Also, like
The
if
thing is,
you're
it's
consistent, you brought up how you like McDonald's French fries. Japanese
They have a
McDonald's French fries didn't live up to it, but boom, you got that.
yeah. There's an irony to the type of shit, especially when it comes to like fashion stuff, like accessories. It's like it's so lame that it's kind of cool. Like, you know, that person
yeah.
got personality. You know
It's
what I
kind of
mean?
corny.
Yeah, no, bro.
I like that. Like I want us to get corny
Corny's
again. You
good
know?
though. I
Yeah,
think people say corny's bad, but I think corny's cool.
I think
Now
corny's great.
corny's bad when it's like you're like asking girls out on your
Yeah,
knees and shit. There's bad corny and there's like corny like, oh, that's kind of endearing, that's kind of
corny,
cool.
like yeah, corny to cringe. You know, corny I think is like pure, innocent. You know, like where it's like it doesn't necessarily like it doesn't mean it's sort of like it doesn't like go with the flow or like what people are supposed to know is cool. I guess right. Like it's its own thing.
It's
Cringe,
cool to me. Yeah.
yeah. You know, like I think that like that's pretty like pure and innocent in a way. You know, like whereas like you know McDonald's French fries. Whereas cringe is
I
like
don't know.
all right, this goes against. This is harsh. This is like not a good thing you did. Or it's like ugh. You know.
I know we're talking semantics, but I was like, I don't know. I feel like whenever I hear like red pill dudes like say something
Oh my
about women,
god,
like oh Western women, or like I'm a high value man, like shit like that is pretty
That's
corny.
cringy.
that
Like
is cringe. Anyone who calls themselves a high valued man or a high valued woman is
it's a
cringe.
red flag. If you hear
That
that
is
shit,
an
you need to
absolute
not be around the person.
like flag it. That's a red flag for sure. If you have to like tell people that instead of me just already knowing it, that's a red flag.
Yeah, you don't get to assign value to yourself. You know how lame that is?
Like giving yourself a
No,
nickname, right? They call
it's
me
like
It's like giving yourself a
my name's
nickname, bro.
Ellie, you know.
if I could use an analogy, it's like going to karate and belting yourself. You know, it's kind of like that.
And you know, I've
I
seen
tell
Bruce Lee a
people
few times.
belt, but I'm a starter though. Like you can't just tell people that you're this level when you're not. I don't know.
Yes, lame.
That's
Corny.
cringe.
See, I would call that corny niggas. Like I would say corny would be used there.
That's cringe. I
Like
feel like that's cringe.
Maybe it's like the section is corny, and then cringe is like a
Okay,
section of.
yeah.
so
There you go.
so yeah, because cringe is like a reaction. Like cringe, when I cringe, it's like it's the type of if something's cringe, it's the type of shit that makes me uncomfortable to watch. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah, because that
that's a
person's like
lot.
not like almost like aware of like what the situation calls for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But corny is like you could be a corny dude and it's be like, man, this nigga is kind of corny. But then there's also like endearing corny where it's
Yeah,
like,
which and like the French fry bag, I think is very endearing.
I think
And
it's
then like,
cool.
but also, yeah,
It's
like for me, it cracks me up. I like, you know, for me also, I like that sort of counterculture thing anyway. You know, like of like Louis Vuitton. You know, like sort of make the rich people be like, oh my gosh.
oh, you know what
Yes,
should be
it's
like, eat
ironic.
the rich. That's what it is. Eat the rich.
Ah,
That's he. See,
ah,
she actually weighs deeper than we thought. She's on 3 levels above us, bro.
I know, right?
I'm a different mind scale right now.
She said, actually, in the French Revolution, there was actually a time when they ate the rich. And I'm like, oh shit, Violet, what the fuck?
This French Revolution.
It's kind of no. I say it's corny because I have like a French fry wallet in a designer bag.
That's
I'm like, it's
Oh,
kind
also,
of corny.
pretty cool
I'm
though.
almost step back. I believe that was the French Rebellion. The French Revolution was in America. I'm sorry.
No,
But
French
I know someone's gonna
you were
find out.
right.
No, I know someone's gonna be like, "Yo, look at this dumb nigga." I'm
Yeah,
like,
No, no,
yeah.
"No,
no,
I gotta back it up." That was
no,
the wrong revolution. But anyway,
They don't
first
teach
off,
us
anyway,
history in America.
yes. Nah, I was like, it's kind of like, did you see the D&D movie or nah?
I haven't yet.
Which one?
The Dungeons and
D&D,
Dragons.
like Dungeons and Dragons
No,
movie.
I want to see it because I want to. Is it like based off like the game?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
definitely want to
fucking
watch
good.
that.
Violet, it's good. Even if niggas don't play D&D, it's good. It's a good movie. I don't say that shit like randomly, but it's like there's also this one paladin who's light skinned. It's hilarious. Light skinned paladin is the funniest character in all of movies.
Movies.
You
All
know,
of movies.
That's not really like not like that, but
I was like,
he's fucking
okay, my
hilarious.
guy.
He's just perfect. He's just a perfect light skinned nigga, and he's got like heavy armor. He's always glistening and shit. But anyway, yo, when we went to that movie, me and my brother pulled up and we were talking about it for a minute. We're like, because just like the Bass Pro Shop shit, uh, it's like ironically cool. You're like, yo, you just lean so deep into some shit, it became cool anyway because you're like confident enough to just do it, like
Yeah,
yeah,
with your
I like.
fucking wallet,
I love that.
right?
I love that
But
nerd
there's
culture
also
is like
Izzy,
here. It used to be corny for sure. Here we are now, like
yeah,
where like it is like actually like cool and endearing, and like it could be like a cool
yeah. It's
personality
your
thing.
personality
Yeah,
if
almost.
you have personality to back it up, yeah, you got to be like confident enough to do it.
yeah.
We did dragon shirts because we're watching a nerd movie. And I remember back in like elementary, like every nigga had like a dragon shirt for like their school day.
You mean like the
It was
butt
like
one?
flames and shit. I don't know if
Like,
you remember that.
oh man, I always wanted those to be cool, but that was like, oh, they're not
No,
cool.
Gaza, we ran that shit. Me and Izzy had some like we had some BDGGs and we had some open shirts and they were dragon shirts and tank tops and we ran into the movie theater. Hose, guys, will hose.
A
You gotta be corny with it, but it's
Violet, my
fun.
dreams can come true. Would you do Violet?
Yeah, I
Would
think
you
your
do
wallet
D&D?
exceeds that. I think your
Oh
wallet's kind
yeah.
of fire. Like it's something to talk about. Like as soon as someone sees that, they're like, "Oh fuck, this ain't some random like random chick. Like she's got a whole personality." It just tells you that off the
Oh,
rip.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted her on the podcast. Like, because luckily, I've been lucky to talk to you before, and it's like, oh, wait, sweet. This is, like I'm having like a whole good conversation. Even like the Halloween party, I was really happy because I was
Oh
able to talk
yeah.
like politics. Yeah, I was talking politics and Harry Potter houses, and just like having like good conversations with all different types of people. And it's like this is awesome. Like, because for me, I moved to LA, from Texas. And right before I moved, I saw La La Land. And I thought everyone was going to be like vapid, just like horribly empty people, everyone trying to chase fame, And I was really happy that I was like, no, like in this scene, like everyone, or not everyone, but many people are really cool, Like, and I'm happy that many different scenes, people are really cool still.
I know. I think what I like about LA too is there's multiple people that come here from different places and they're all like here for a goal too. And I like to surround myself with people who are the same mindset and have the same goals, but don't let it get to themselves.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
absolutely.
kind of no, that's kind of what had me nervous. So I was planning on moving out there somewhat recently. But I remember that the couple times I've been down there, I've generally been around Godzilla, so it's been chill. We just be bullshitting with each other. But it's like from what I see online and the people I know that are out there, I feel like there's like a weird clout chasey like
Like it's
um
there.
It's there.
yeah, and that's always
I
had me nervous
see it.
because like I feel like when I talk to people, God's like the friends I've had since I was like 15. Like I met
Yeah.
them dudes and I was like, we're gonna stay
They,
together forever
they
type
know
shit.
you for
But
you.
it's like, yeah, like so when I it had me kind of nervous because like if I move out there, I feel like almost every relationship is gonna be like, what can you do for me, type shit. Like they might want to just hang out with you, like, oh, you work for whatever, like we need to hang out. Like last time I was there, I dead ass had a dude tell me when we were eating, he's like, we're gonna be best friends. I was like, that's not how friendships work, dog. You can't just tell me and like, no, I want to hang out with you. Like,
Oh
this is
yeah,
weird.
I know. I understand that, especially when you have a certain amount of followers or what you do for a living. There'll be people who want to leech off you instead of having good intentions. They'll like want to stick with you because they think it's more beneficial. But I
Yeah.
think what I've grown to know, especially like as I get older, you want to surround yourself with people like you can learn from. What it doesn't have to be financial, like oh you have to pay for my meals or this and that, or you have to shout me out and do these things. Like no, you want to learn from the people around you. So if you're not around people who are gonna push you to be a better version of yourself, then like those are like not friends.
I like it. I did have one more question for you, Violet. Well, I mean, I have a shit ton of questions for you, but I
Yeah,
did have one that hit my mind when you were saying something earlier. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the fucking weird shit going again.
yeah.
Um, your friends. So this is the crazy shit because I remember Goswell, and then she told me he's like, "Oh, I met Violet Myers at a party." This is like a year ago, maybe. I think you said that.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, "Ain't watching any of those porn videos again," type shit. Like I was like, "Yo, that's weird. Like it's too close. It's too
Okay,
close to
got
reality.
it.
Like, because like I'm like, oh, I might actually run into her. I don't feel like watching this shit anymore. Like that's weird. Do you feel in your mind if you had like I get, if you had friends, you definitely have fucking friends.
Yeah.
If your friends watch your videos, is that fucking weird to you? Or you're just
No,
like, I guess it's normal at this point?
no, I actually think it's flattering. Like I want my friends, like one of my best friends, he watches my porn videos and he's like, "Yo, you killed that black scene. It was so good. The way you wrote that dick was fire." I was like, "Thanks, dude. Like what should I do better? Should I like take it to the face? Should I do it in the ass? Like what should I do?" Like my friends will literally critique me or they'll like boost my rank. My friend, she tells me, "Oh, I watch your porn video. I watch your corn videos and I put it in mute, but I just watch it so you can get paid and it can help you with your rank." So,
Wow.
Wait.
yeah,
Are these female friends that you're talking about?
guy
At
and
first,
girl.
it was a dude.
The
Oh,
guy,
the
Guy
second.
and girls. Okay, I
guy.
was like, shh. Okay, that's still pretty fucking like in my head. I can't make the. I was
Everyone's
like, bro, I
different.
don't know.
Like for example, like my friends, like one of my good friends, I was like, dude, I want to watch your videos, but I think it's kind of weird because you're my friend. And she was like, "No, watch my videos. Like I like that's like hot. Watch my videos." I'm like, "Okay." Like I
Uh,
think when you're open-minded, like I know some people that, "Ew, no, don't watch me." But I think it's like I don't think it's weird as long as you treat me like a normal person. And I think most of my
yeah.
friends who watch my videos, they treat me like a normal person. But it is for them, for some of them too. They're like, "Bro, I gotta mute you because I just cannot see you getting fucking rammed on Twitter or something." They're like, "I see you as like a person, and I just can't picture you having sex." And I'm like, "Bro, it's okay. Like, I don't care."
Because it's a little different because like I was trying to rationalize in my head just now as you were talking, and I was like, okay, well, I would want to support my other friends in their business endeavors, right? I'd watch them do whatever the fuck they're doing, but it's like I don't watch my boys getting like fucking chicks. I'm just like I don't know. It's weird in my head. There's
Yeah,
no real reason for it either. We have a lot of OnlyFans friends, and like they're pretty much like they're not porn stars, but they're like doing
Yeah,
intercourse and
sex
blue
everything
work.
else.
Yeah.
content. They're
Yeah.
doing blue
Yeah,
content.
it's not really that. Yeah, there's levels to that, but it's like I don't pay for any of their stuff. Not because I don't want to support them, but just because like I don't want to see it all that much. It's just
Yeah,
like I'll support all their shit. Like when they post on Instagram and shit, I'm like, oh, love it. Like you killing that. You know
yeah.
what I mean? But like
The
I
little
don't pay
fire
for it.
emojis or
Yeah, all the fucking hands, the fucking I'm doing that. I'm in that shit commenting all
Fire,
the
fire,
time. I look
fire.
like a simp. Like,
being a friend.
but yeah, but it's like I don't know. There's just like a mark where I'm just like I don't really want to watch you have sex because then I feel like
Yeah,
I guess I won't. I don't know.
a
I
It's
lot
feel
of
weird.
like.
It's a
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like I've like because I've opened myself up more to making more friends in the past few years because before I was just closed off because I was in my own bubble. But now that I made more friends, a lot of the people who I'll meet, they'll be like, "Oh my God, I used to watch your videos. Now I can't watch it because you're my friend now and it just feels weird." Or even fans too, when I've like met them like in person, they're like, "This is weird. Like I just you're like they're like, I'd rather you be on my phone than in person." So it's kind of I don't
that's
know. To me,
wild.
I don't care. Like I don't mind my friends watching because I think it's like they're supporting me. But then when they start like when other people start thinking it's weird or like they think it's like weird that I don't know, it's like I don't really
It's like
mind.
parasocial. Like they never
It's
met you
cool.
before, and now it's weird. Like that see
Yeah, they're
you.
like, "Wait, oh my God, you did all of that. You don't look like the type to do that."
You're
And
a
I'm
real
like,
person. Oh my god. I can.
Yeah, I like this because this is like working through the mindset or what it is that like we're kind of trying to get to the core of the issue here because I don't understand what it is either. Um, I was about to say maybe it's like some kind of objectification thing where it's like you're an object on my phone and seeing you in person is strange to me because now I have to wrestle with the fact that you're a real person. You have feelings and emotions and shit like that, and
Yes.
I don't like that. Like
It's a
that's strange.
conscious thing.
Sort of a bummer though in a way, I guess. It's sort of I wish that people would come with that awareness already of like, no, this is a
But
person
that's what I'm.
already, right?
And that was my next point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's that. I feel like that might be it for some people. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like I feel like, especially with my OnlyFans friends, like we have a good amount of those, and I really value them as people. I haven't really tried to do shit with any of them. It's like they're just cool people. So I don't think I'm objectifying them, but it's like also I don't watch their shit. So it's like, would
Yeah.
I, if I did that, would I be doing? Maybe it is that. Maybe it really is just that. I don't know.
It's also
I mean,
like I think too, like it's different when you imagine fucking someone versus seeing them get fucked. It's like, it can be different. If it was like your friends like that do that and you're like, "Oh, I just don't want to see them do that because I don't want to ruin that fantasy," maybe.
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember someone asked me that at a party one time. Like they asked me, like it was two dudes came up to me and they were like, "Yo, do you?" Because they were being fucking weird, but they asked me if I thought about like sexual partners I had in the past while like I did my own thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and it's fucking normal, right? Like
Yes.
as long as the girl's like, for me, it's like as long as the girl's not in a relationship with like somebody else or like someone I give a fuck about. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, like you know what I mean, like
I've had a
whatever.
lot of
But
people. I'll let you continue.
nah, go ahead, fuck me, go ahead.
No,
Stick it out.
no, I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm just a peasant, Violet. Please
No, I want to.
continue.
No, I want you because I want to add to what you're saying because what you're saying is right.
Yeah, no, I just I think it's fine as long as like it's not like your friend's wife, your friend's whatever. Like you should, it's the whole covet a wife thing. You want to stay away from that shit because that'll lead to bad decisions in the
Yeah,
future. In my idea, I don't want to like start fiending after my friend's wife on some weird shit. So I try to stay away from that type of shit.
that's a
But
tough.
it's like when it comes to just like random girls I used to sleep with in the past, it's like I don't think it's like a big issue to like, because you remember it's in your head, and sometimes you'll just be like, yo, this reminds me of that one girl.
I've had people tell me they watch my videos because I remind them of their ex, their sister, their aunt, their cousin, their mom, their
All right,
friends.
podcast is over, y'all. Let's
Yeah, so like
Wow.
get the fuck out of here, man. Yo.
when you said that, I'm like, yeah, no, people really watch certain people because they look like certain people.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's like I'll watch porn and sometimes it'll be like a body type specifically. And
Body
if like
type,
it'll just be like,
tone,
oh yo,
yes. And you can imagine that's the person you're thinking about.
yeah, it happens, man. It just happens. And it's just I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like that's probably why there's a lot of insecurity with especially conservative women where they're just like they tell their guy friends not to watch any porn because like they're just like really self-conscious about that type of shit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think for that too, a lot of people think it's wrong that people want to have sex on camera because it's an intimate thing for some people.
That's
But I
corny
don't
as shit.
know.
See, they're just corny again.
That
Yeah, I
yeah,
wish people would get to understanding like how people can have like a whole spectrum of it. I guess it's like might not be good for you, but it's cool for other people, right?
there's a market for everything. Yeah, I just think when it starts getting to certain subjects or taboos and stuff, that's when I'm like, I'll step out of that.
Yeah, I think like like what your limits are, and then as long as you're like not hurting other people, right? Like your actions aren't causing pain or distress to other people, like intentionally, right? Like that's how you get your money. Then sure, I wish sort of people would like allow that sort of flexibility. Like okay, maybe not for
So
me,
yeah,
but that's your thing, right?
Not bash it.
I've always thought that's always been kind of odd to me. Like I've heard that a lot with the whole like because there's still a lot of shaming even though we're in 2023. Like I know it's
Yeah,
like there's still a lot of shaming as far as the sex industry, OnlyFans girls.
yeah.
Sex
As far as
workers.
porn stars, you're the
It's
only one I
always
know. To be
guys
honest,
though. It's always guys though.
it is generally guys, and the thing is, it's like it's strange to me because it's just like I don't think you need to. I don't think it's all necessary. Like if you don't want to sleep with her dog, like that's fine. If you think she's less than a person, that's up to you. But you don't got
That's
to be
not
like I
you.
don't know. It's
Yeah.
strange. It's really strange. It's like insecure behavior, like because they're mad that they can't get girls or some shit. I don't
It
know.
is like,
Yeah,
yeah, there's so much.
market and profit off themselves.
Yeah, bro. It's just like, yo, this girl's making like she has an opportunity to make a shit ton of money because niggas like you are willing to pay her. I'm gonna be honest,
It's a
which is okay.
supply and demand. It's a supply and
There's
Yeah,
demand.
and there's
people
a man
people
for it.
want it. Yeah, guys, it's a guy. Okay, here's the thing. It's a guy's world generally. Like we understand that guys are at the top of all these fucking at
Men
business and
get
everything.
more
Like they're most of the
jobs.
percentage. Yeah, they're willing to pay for women to watch that type of shit. So women are like, hey, you keep constantly valuing us for this one thing. Why not monetize it?
If you think
I
about
don't
it,
understand what the
it's
problem is.
it's been around for centuries, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it always has been a bummer. Like people will say, like, "Oh, religion is the reason that we shouldn't allow this to happen." But it's like, no, you guys are just like, no. I think that's like a dumb thing to like say. It's like you can have your religion. You if you believe this is immoral, don't participate with this, right?
Yeah,
Versus like we have to shut this whole thing down, and this it happens in the shadows, and in unsafe ways, or like ways that's not really helping anybody, but it's gonna happen.
yeah,
I just think it's such a bummer that, like, rather than people being like, oh, I believe this, so I'm gonna act according to my beliefs. They're like, no, everyone has to act according to my beliefs, right? Or like,
the Abrahamic
I don't
religion you
like this,
follow. Yeah.
so nobody can have this, right?
yeah.
Now, I did want to. Oh, go ahead. Probably go ahead. Knock it out.
Oh, you about to say something?
You're about to say something, right?
No, not me.
Oh no, Violet. She was
No,
about to
no,
say
I was
something,
just
right?
agreeing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I was gonna say as far as the intimacy, because you brought that up earlier, or maybe Godswill said that.
No, no, yeah, she said it.
Um,
Yeah, she said it. But I mean, yeah, I feel like you if it's intimate to you, then yeah, make it intimate, right? Like versus like, oh my God, someone else is intimate on screen. That makes everything horrible,
well, my thing was like that's kind of the thing. It's like I don't think it always has to be intimate. Like I think there is an intimacy factor to sex in general, right? Like there's always gonna be that is a factor to it, but it's like especially when it becomes a work thing or if like it's an arrangement type shit. Like you can separate the two.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? And I
Yeah.
feel like people have a hard time understanding that because they've never been in those type of relationships. So they're in like their little Christian bubble, possibly, where there's like, I married my wife and I love her. That's the only sex I've ever had in my life, and it's perfect. And I'm like, I don't know if everyone needs to do that, or if everyone's at that place where
No,
right?
that's what
and
they're
people
doing.
shouldn't shove stuff to other people. Like it's a like what I like about in America specifically is that we're able to choose what we want to practice, what we don't want to. But
Yeah,
we have a lot of is just opinions.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. But when
It
you
bumps me that the
yeah,
people with power are the ones that are like, my opinion is the opinion, whereas this is supposed to be the country of the free, where we're supposed to have all
yeah,
these opinions. I think.
yeah, and it's
we have a
okay
lot of
to disagree.
Yeah.
we have a lot of opinions, but it's just like, especially now we're all, I guess, Violet, you were with us before the internet and shit. You're around, I think.
Yeah, I
So
was.
you kind of remember it. You're
I'm a
younger than us, but
90s
you
kid.
kind of remember.
90s kid.
Yeah. And it was like, so in the past, there's a lot of homogenous way, or there was a lot of same thinking going on, right? So I use this as an example just to like make it make sense. Before Roku players, Netflix, Hulu, all that shit, we would all watch Cartoon Network on Friday, right? Like if we had cable, almost every kid would watch that shit. Be like, oh, Codename Kids Next Door, Teen Titans. We'd all be like watching the same shit. And then we get to school on Monday and be like, did y'all see Family Guy? Like we'd
Yeah.
all just be talking about the same shit. We were all on the same boat. But now we're in the future and there's a shit ton of options, right? Because the internet. So now it's like some people are watching, I don't fucking know. Some people are watching Beef. Some people are watching, whatever the fuck other show.
Yeah. Some people
Yeah,
watch
on Hulu or whatever, or High Dive.
Mandalorian season
Many
3. Yeah.
options.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so we're all on different pages now, and there's so much information out here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same way when it comes to these type of relationships and things like that. Like we have a lot of ideas, but by having so many ideas, we have a lot more conflict, which isn't a bad thing because if you're willing to have the conversation, I think you're going to be a lot better off because you'll understand how to, verse yourself in conflict in the first place.
Yeah.
The worst thing I think ever, and I'm sure you've met people like this, but I think one of the most annoying things to me is like whenever I meet someone who I generally agree with, they're very far left or something like that, and I'll generally agree with most things they're saying. But then whenever someone else like is like, okay, well that's not true, they don't know how to engage the topic. They just keep repeating the same rhetoric that they've heard over and over again because they've never actually been in a bubble. They've never been outside their bubble. So they'll be like, hey, I'm sorry, not to be rude, but it'll be like, there's something I agree with. I'll start with this. I agree with trans women, trans men. I'm 100% down for that. I have a friend who she's very for it too, which is fantastic. But when someone asked her, it was like, well, they questioned it a little bit in front of her. And she's like, well, a woman is a woman. And that was her answer. And I was like, that's a fucking terrible answer. Like, he's not going to learn anything from that answer.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to talk to people, but she doesn't want to ever do that.
Yeah.
So she just keeps repeating like garbage statements. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't
and I'm like,
people like that.
Yeah.
You can't say anything because like they're just going to be like, go research it. Go look it up yourself. And I'm like, that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It just
I
sounds
feel like it's fantastic we have all these ideas like Violet said, but I'm just like, we need to be willing to engage hard topics. It'll make you a better person. It'll make you understand your own points of view a lot better. You're not just that way. You're not in an echo chamber just repeating shit and not understanding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
People read more or just pay attention to what's really out there.
For real.
I think just being open-minded.
I think everyone should take some mushrooms.
There we go. Problem solved.
The world would be a better place, bro.
Mind.
Swear to God.
Mind
or just having sex, everyone would be in a better place.
Bam.
What'd you say?
Have sex. People had sex or worked out because you're releasing all these endorphins.
Yeah. No, your mind is. People forget that shit, but your mind is directly correlated to your body, and it's not like a separate entity. So it's like if your body's like got a bunch of toxins and bad shit in it, it all gets fed directly to your mind. And you'll feel bad too. It's like it's all very connected. You gotta take care of your body, which is good that you've been eating all your healthy foods and not McDonald's all the time.
No, I feel like when I stopped eating that food, I just feel so much more better on the inside. And it's only been like 2 weeks. But in those 2 weeks, I feel like that's the hardest to cut out is
yeah.
But when you don't crave it anymore and you realize what's inside of it, it's like that's not good. Not good.
Yo, was that Chris? Or is that Godzill's apartment?
Sorry, it's my people. Yeah, my roommates are in an animated conversation, but no, this was fantastic, Violet. Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast, and I'm really glad we got to talk with you. This turned like so much deeper. I mean, it was gonna be a good conversation, but this was a good deep conversation. And I would love to have you back on the podcast to talk some more stuff. Where can people find you, or I guess where do you want people to find you at?
Yes, people can find me on YouTube at Waifu Violet on YouTube, Waifu Violet on Instagram, and then you guys can find my other socials in my bio and my Instagram at Waifu Violet, WAIFUVIOLET.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It means so much that you joined us, and love to have you back on in the future. Everyone that listened, appreciate you. You guys are great.
Hold on.
What's up? What happened?
Violet.
Yes.
Tell them where they can really find you.
Oh my God.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
You know,
I'm being stupid. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, no, but don't worry. We'll be posting the pages for sure. Yes, and then everyone that listened, appreciate you. Love to hear back from you guys. Comments, we love reading them. Everyone stay dope. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Peace.